Hello, my name is GregTech82, and welcome back to our GregTech New Horizons. I am just switching over. I'm upgrading the electric implosion compressor because I am crafting up the molten or the eternal singularities, and boy is it slow. 100 seconds every one, and we need 2,000 of them, over 2,000, so that's 200,000 seconds in real time. So I figured I would at least upgrade it, and what I'm going to do is actually move this because this can only go in the center of that, and you can't bend lasers. So I was like, you know what, I'll just move this forward a little bit, maybe even do it to there, and then I'll just kind of readjust the wires. A little bit of a pain, but not the end of the world. Yeah, so always make sure you have that turned off before you start messing with stuff. And I'm also going to upgrade the coils, I think. Well, not I think, I know. I'm going to throw that over there so I remember. The implosion compressor requires, or the blocks in the middle, you can have neutronium, infinity, transcendent metal, spacetime, or universium. And that determines the parallel. So I'm going to upgrade the blocks and I'm going to upgrade the power, and we can see if we can get this crafting up more than one at a time, because boy, is that slow. All right, the UIV 4 amp dynamo, this is what I was using before. So these are going to go. I'll probably use those again, but might as well put it away while we're here. All right. So we'll do this, and then I do need to get the space time. I gotta be careful because I do have that broken down. I don't want to like start a recipe and then have it like break. So I do think I'm gonna. I think we have all the. It's still crafting up a little space time. I'm gonna cancel this, and yeah, you can see like it's crafted up all the space time it's needed, but the singularities are way behind. So I'm gonna do that. Also gonna do that. Put the space time should be back in. Yeah, so all the space time's right there. Now I'm like, I just like switch these. That I could have just got. Now that I'm breaking it down, you know what? I'm just gonna. I'll just continue doing this. I don't feel like moving recipes and fixing all that stuff, so we'll just move this. Alright. Something just tried to turn on. Probably the macerator would be my guess. Could be wrong, though. So... I have that. This is actually pretty easy, to be honest. Switching this, or moving this. HV. We'll do that. That will connect there. And then these dynamos. I also have a UEV one. Actually, put these together, one on the side. Alright, cool. So that is that. Now, once I get this done, I will craft up the blocks. Do we have enough space time? I might need a bit more, which is not a problem. It takes, I think, 40 seconds in the DTPF, so it's not too bad. Is this all? Did I do this all? I don't want to turn it on when it's... I missed something somewhere. I have an extra block, but I think I added another laser, so... All right, cool. Yeah, if it can't do that, it blows up. So just really got to make sure. Lasers. All right, so that should be getting power. Yeah. All right, so I just got to hook these up. And we'll be good. Okay, so I'll finish this and then get these space-time blocks. How many times? I need 22, 180. Like 180-ish. Okay, I have 438. Obviously, it's going to take me some time to craft this back up again, but it doesn't really matter because this is the slower bit. Although, after upgrading it, it might not be the slowest part of that anymore. I really do enjoy figuring out cabling. Some people are like, why don't you just use Infinity? Yeah, I know, that'd probably be easier. But I like keeping the correct tier. It's just how I like to play. I could get, like, really ballsy here. Because if I connect those, we're going to have explosions. Yeah, maybe not. Not until I connect everything, but yeah, it can be kind of dangerous doing that. Since they are not painted, they will connect. Actually, that's not going to work anyway, because it has to be, to get underneath, it's going to have to be down one. All right. Anyway, let me fix this all up and see how many parallel we can get from that instead of one. Okay, that actually went quicker than I thought it would. It was only a few minutes. All right, so we've got everything on. I just need to fix this. Do I need to get... Oh, is it more? I was just thinking... Do I actually need the whole 27? I don't remember from when I formed it the first time. I don't know. Should we just try with the 22? Oh, those blocks are trippy. Does it form? No, I probably need all. Dang it! Alright, so what do I need? 5 more. Let me just double check. I didn't. No, I think I did everything like the thing. It's not surprising. Sometimes, you know, you have to... This isn't always correct. And I think I dealt with that the first time I did that, didn't we? I don't remember. Alright, we have 5. Thankfully, I had enough space time, so we didn't have to wait. I have some left over, too. Also, I was looking, and I may, when I start doing the recipes for all of the blocks, I may actually switch it over to the extruder instead. Half a second, 15 seconds. So, maybe when we get to that, I don't know. Gonna be probably a little while before I start using those. Although, those are... None of these require fluids. I don't need the fancy one. I can just do the crafting input bus. Also, did I mention that you can use that on the input bus? You don't need the buffer. Even though it says link with the crafting input buffer, you can actually use it on just the cheaper, the input bus that doesn't have the fluid in it. All right, well, there we go. We got it formed. Now, actually, I just want to have it put all the stuff in there. I don't know why I thought I could turn them into ingots. I was like, I don't think you've ever been able to do that in GregTech. What am I doing? Eternal. Just trying to do it so I could... I'll just craft up 1,000, I guess. We're gonna need them anyway. Might as well get them going. It doesn't really mess up the DTPF or anything. Alright, so it's got 28 buckets in there. Alright. So it's not running at, like, crazy amounts of power. I don't remember it. It wasn't doing that much sound last time. It's, like, super noisy now. I kind of like that noise, but I feel like that's one of those, it's a bit much for YouTube. That is a satisfying sound. Whichever, I can't remember. That's like an extruder sound. I really like that sound, but that explosion sound was a bit much. Alright, so we got 50 seconds. We'll see. Actually, I could probably see what it did on there, but... Alright, so it's craft we need... Okay, it's going to show us how many it crafts up right there. So it says 1,000. Alright, so what else do we want to do today? I think, yeah, I'm going to start working towards this. Oh, look, we need another eternal singularity. Man, this recipe looks so easy now. Although, field generators, I haven't done the recipe in the component assembly line yet. Yeah, so I need to make recipes for a couple of these. That's no joke. What is that? 16 times 12 optical circuits? Yeah, that is no joke. So that might actually take me a little while. All right, so there we go. How many did we get? We got 4. Okay, not quite as exciting as I thought it was going to be. But it's 4 times faster than it was before. We were only getting 1 before. So we're getting 4 at a time now. Alright, well, I'll just let that tick away. Like I said, I could craft up more of these, you know. Could share... I don't know, can you share? I was like, can you share sides of this when this is moving? I don't know. But anyway, I'm just going to let that run. And if I decide it's taking too long for something, we will we'll do something about it. But I'm happy with that as it is right now. Because the Tesseracts and crafting up the space-time takes time anyway. Alright, so yeah, I guess let me start working on, I guess the controller, we'll do the controller first. That's not terrible, except for the field generators. We need, I'm almost like, I mean, I know you get a discount from it. It's a big investment at first when you craft it up, but it is like, you are getting 16 free if you for the future. So I know it's like a better deal. What did I need? We need that and that. Molten Infinity Cast. I couldn't remember which, if it was Neutronium or that. Alright, we are back. Yeah, this calcium plasma is like weirdly slow compared to all the other plasmas. I don't know why, but it just is. Even with the 3 compact fusion reactors running, it's still always the last one to get finished up. Well, mostly. There are a couple other, but zinc plasma is really quick. Alright, so I've gone ahead and I have made recipes for the things that were missing on the field generators, but I am actually crafting up 100 of the coils just to kind of push our optical processor production, just to again see where we have issues or deficiencies. You can see it is quite a complicated recipe. We're going to need tons of these coils. We need 2100. So yeah, I'm just kind of I'm not going to do 1,000 at a time with that one, but yeah, we do have all our eternal singularities. I let the world run overnight, and it actually was quicker than I thought it was going to be. I thought I would have a few hundred left, but no, it is done. I have also gone ahead and switched out one of the things for a stocking input bus. I managed to drop it or break it and place it before it shut off, thankfully. I was really getting worried it would do that, but yeah, as you can see, I have infinity combs, infinity catalysts in there. So this will basically it basically prioritizes infinity production over hypogen. Obviously, if I want to, I can just like either let the catalysts not craft up anymore, or I could break this and it'll switch back to hypogen as needed. I'm sure in the future we'll have multiple DTPFs. I just haven't got there yet. But the cool thing about this, I don't know, this little setup, the way I have this, is it prioritizes infinity, but if you're producing space-time or tesseracts, it puts the items in there and it prioritizes that. And then it prioritizes this and then this. So I don't know how it figures it out. Like, I didn't know it was going to prioritize this one over this. I thought that was going to be a bit of an issue, but it does seem to actually work exactly how I wanted it to. So when it starts producing the tesseracts or whatever, it'll put all the stuff in there, start crafting those up, and then I'll go back to the infinity. And then when it tries to start crafting up the space-time, it prioritizes that. So this, I don't know. It just seems to really work with this little setup that I've done. Completely by chance, I had no idea. But yeah, it seems to prioritize the right things. And that's awesome, because I don't want it turning off, And I only have one of them, so I do have to kind of share. I do have all our MK5 fuel going on. We just get so much power from that. I don't use the plasma mixer that much. I keep hearing from people that the plasma mixer is going to destroy my power. And it doesn't run that much. Like, it'll finish up this 8 million, but that lasts me for like such a long time. So yeah, now we're up to 36 quadrillion. I think I dropped down to about 18 quadrillion. Then I started burning all that fuel I had crafted up, the 300 buckets worth. Now we're up to almost 37 billion, and we still have a while to go. I checked, we are about, what is that? 18 hours? I still have 18 hours worth of fuel to burn in there, so yeah. I have it fully automated at this point. There are a couple things I would split off the main processing part of the base and do its own little thing over there, which I might when I craft it up again. I just don't have it continuously running because I just haven't got around to doing it. So yeah, so that's where we're at. Like I said, we are crafting up a bunch of coils so I can see where we run into issues with the optical circuits, because that is the main bottleneck with this right now. These coils, and then also with the field generators, because you need quite a few of those. All right, Callisto keeps... I have to look into that one. I get it from bees. But I think I can get it from... our space elevator. I just don't know. I'm just trying to find where... We need a bunch of circuits. Yeah, we need 192 optical mainframes for this. For those field generators. Although they will last us a little while, because, I mean, 64 field generators. We don't use tons of them, but yeah. So I'll probably do that after this craft after I kind of see what is... Oh, yeah, we can actually look at the DTPF. So there it goes. It placed all the items in there. And you can see it's at 40 seconds, which means it's switched over to this recipe. I don't know. It just happened. It just works. I don't know. I feel like I kind of lucked out here. That the way I've just happened to place this, it prioritizes what I want it to. So, yeah, if you ever want to set up a DTPF and have it prioritize the right things, yeah, this setup seems to be working. All right. So, yeah, we'll let the base run. We'll be back. All right, so crafting up these coils, I also just randomly decided to craft up 300 million bismuth. I still don't have that, like, automated, and I think I could do a level maintainer. I just haven't really. It's not, if it drops low, I just literally hit a couple buttons and craft up 100 million more. But I was noticing as we were crafting up all that, the superconductor for we need the wires for the optical circuits, as we know, and it was slowing everything down. I can't remember which. Yes, this one. So the cheapest one does require these. Now the UEV wires, I have improved the recipe, obviously, because we do the component with the component assembly line with these now. So that part has sped up, but the actual smelting of the superconductor base, well, it's not the smelting, it's actually the freezing. It is 160 seconds at UEV. So it is quite slow. I do have the freezer is up to, it runs at 2 billion or something like that. So it is running like parallel. I don't actually know how much parallel. I wasn't paying attention. I think it's like 256. It might even be. But you just need like so many. Like you literally need like thousands of superconductor wires. So it just takes a while. And I was trying to figure out, I'm like, how do I want to go about doing this? Do I want to, I've talked about this, build more freezers and all that stuff. And then I realized, or not necessarily realized, but it was mentioned on my Discord by Marching Cube that the superconductors have the DTPF recipes. And I remember that, and I'd completely forgotten that we can do the superconductor base smelting in the DTPF. Now, the reason I forgot is because I was waiting to change these recipes over until I got the plasma mixer, because they go through quite a bit of the catalyst, as we can see. So I'm like, I don't produce it fast enough, but now we have a plasma mixer, I can switch these over. So we are at the 50%. So if you look at that, we can get 250 ingots. We get 250 ingots instead of having to smelt it down and freeze it, because this is, if we look at the recipe, well, let me get this. Yeah, so the blast furnace recipe, that is not the bottleneck, it is the vacuum freezer recipe. Look at that, 160 seconds at UIV. So it's barely getting parallel. That is the problem. So I am going to switch those recipes over now. Start with the UV. I believe the UV is the UV is the first one you can do in the DTPF. Now, since we've upgraded the coils to hypogen, we can actually do this one. So look at that, 8,172 ingots of UV for just a little bit of the resplendent catalyst. All right, I realized we had a bit of an issue, and that is the recipes. You look at this, we're like, oh, that's fine. Oh, that one's fine. And then I went to look at this one and I realized this actually needs 5 inputs. Now, looking at this one will actually work because I do keep infinity stocked, but I don't think this one is going to work. Not that we're rushing to do this one at the moment. I may just leave it. Like, should I just leave this one? Should I add another? All right, I may just do this. Now, I did just do a backup because if I screw this up, I'm literally going to redo a backup because this has been running for, 7.5 million ticks. I don't want it to, I don't want it to turn off. I have replaced a couple hatches and it hasn't shut off, but if it does, I will probably restore backup because we're crafting stuff up. I don't want that to screw up all the recipes, and I don't want to have to wait for it to build that back up. So we're gonna do... I'm just gonna put it right here, I guess. I don't know what's gonna happen when it puts the items in here. Is it gonna prioritize this? Is it still gonna do the infinity? I don't know. Is it gonna prioritize the superconductor base over that? Although this is an active crafting recipe, so once it empties this out, it can go back to its regular one. I guess I don't know if this is going to take precedence, or is this... Alright, so I gotta be quick about this. Alright, I think I got it. Yeah, alright, so there we go. You can switch them out without the multi-block turning off. You just gotta be like super quick about it before it kind of does the check. We've done that a few times with the battery over there. The Lapatronic capacitor. Alright, so... think we can do this now? I don't... No, I think this will be fine. This is a crafting... Yeah, I don't... Actually, I don't know. I'm thinking about it. Is this going to... I know, I could paint these so they don't connect, but I like the anchor. I don't particularly like the painted AE2 cables, just personal preference. I don't think they look cool. I'm like, should I? I don't know. We'll have to just see. I'll do that. I don't think it's going to fill that hatch up, this quadruple hatch with... Like, I don't think it's going to fill up this and then spill over into that. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. I think it'll just think it doesn't have any room. So that is probably doing the... Yeah, now it's doing the Tesseracts until it can energize another one, and then it'll switch over to spacetime. There it goes. And then it'll clear this stuff out. I don't know. I like it. Yes, it is not super fast. I understand that. I only have one, though, at the moment. I'm working on upgrading this, and I have thought about doing another DTPF, but to be honest, I don't know if I want to do another DTPF until I can get, like, the coils. Because I would be, like, if I use my, maybe I'll do the Hypogen coils. I don't know. I haven't decided. But if I use the Infinity coils, like, I would have to use the worst recipes. So, for example, this one, I couldn't run this one, which is more efficient, and it uses Resplendent. I would have to use this one, which uses Prosaic, and it uses more. So I wouldn't want to do that. I would only want to craft up another DTPF if I have the same coils. But again, a lot of this stuff I just let run overnight. But I may decide to craft up 2,000 Hypogen coils, because Hypogen is quite easy to craft up at the moment. I might even have enough. Yeah, I have 34,000 ingots of Hypogen. I probably have enough to craft up another one. I'll have to think about that. Plus, this thing just produces plasma so fast. I don't even have it like going that fast. I just have it at 24. It could be even faster if I wanted, but it's not running, so we're producing it fast enough. I mean, it only turns on. It doesn't even turn on that often. It'll start crafting up more at 4 million. Well, we have 6.5 million resplendent catalyst, and it's going to take me hours to drop below 4. So there's no reason to like speed that up even faster. I mean, it doesn't matter. All right. Yeah, so I'm going to let that run, and I'm going to switch over these things. And let me test out how it works with these. I'd rather wait till it's done crafting that stuff up. I might just come back in a little bit because I want to see how it reacts when I'm crafting up infinity. Take that off. You can take that off. And then I will switch out the superconductor. Normally I smelt the ingots and then extract the fluid, but we're going to switch this. So no longer blast that. I don't know if I'm just thinking, I'm like, if I need the dust, it might be easier to just do it in a mixing machine. But also, I don't know if I would ever need... I don't think the superconductor base ever gets used in anything but smelting. Yeah. It has no use besides smelting in ingots, which we don't need anymore if we're doing it that way. All right, and then I need... Where's my extractor? Oh, do I not have... I guess I don't do... Yeah, I guess now that I'm thinking about it, I don't do anything with fluid superconductor base, so I don't have a recipe to extract it from the ingot. All right, so solidifier. Can't remember. This is the regular one. This is the new one. All right, so I think we'll do that. Actually, let's just try it right now and see what happens. And we can see how it puts the stuff in the atoms. All right, I do have everything. Geranium. Actually, we're going to have to craft that up, and I'm crafting bismuth plasma in our thing. All right, I'll come back in a sec. Okay, so just finished the eternal coils. Now, we only did 100 of them, and it took quite a long time for the space-time. The optical circuits aren't even remotely close to the longest part of the process, which I was kind of thinking they would be, but it's actually the space-time, because you need 9 ingots. 9 space-time ingots per eternal coil block, and it is 40 seconds per 1 ingot. So what is that? 9 ingots, 40, 360. It's 6 minutes per coil. So times 2,000, you can see it's going to take a long time. So I'm definitely thinking we need more DTPFs. So before I push for the eternal coil blocks, I think I'm going to get another DTPF or 2 or something like that. Who knows? But I'm definitely going to have to do hypogen. I'm not going to do infinity coils because that would be a pain. I'd rather all do the same tier, the same recipes, and we'll do that. And what I'm thinking is having multiple space-time being like run at the same time. Otherwise, this is going to take literal days, which is fine. That's the point of GregTech New Horizons. You expand as needed, and I need to expand. So we will go about doing that. Unfortunately, also, I did a little bit of testing, and you can see the superconductor that I'm crafting up. It put everything in there. Unfortunately, it's not taking precedence over these. Unfortunately, sometimes it does. This one, for some reason, doesn't. And I don't really know how it chooses what recipe it's running. So that is another reason I want more DTPFs. So kind of what I've had to do to get this to run is turn off the infinity comb, because that takes precedence over that. Although this one, making the Tesseracts, takes place over that, so I don't know. But this one, as you can see, 75 seconds, is actually taking, the hypogen is actually taking precedence over that as well. So that kind of surprised me. I thought this would at least take precedence over the hypogen, because all the other ones did, but this one doesn't seem to, and I really don't know how it chooses the thing, but yeah. So that's a little bit of a setback on automation. I mean, it's not like the end of the world. I can just always come over here, but since I am automatically inserting this stuff in the A system, I have to break that cable underneath so it doesn't continue to put infinity in there and the other things. And yeah, just a bit of a pain when we're trying to craft stuff up. That's why we're going to be working towards many DTPFs, because you want one that's, you know, able to do some active crafting if needed, and the rest will just be like passive. Right, so there that goes. I'm going to throw that back in there. And then once this finishes, it's only 19 seconds, which is amazing. 2,000 ingots for 19 seconds. I mean, that's absolutely amazing compared to what we were doing with the vacuum freezer. But it's just a little bit of a pain. I'm going to see if I can figure out an easier way to go about doing that. But like I said, I just I want to keep this running. So yeah, it works for some of the stuff, but it doesn't work for the other. Anyway, so that's where we're at. I'm going to start crafting up the hypogen coils again. I think we almost have everything for all 2,000, which if I remember last time we crafted this up, we did it in batches. Now I can just pretty much do the whole batch. Unfortunately, I don't hold that poly stuff. I only hold it in a super tank, so I only have 4 million showing. I have more than that, but only that much is showing. I could just turn it into whatever. You know, there's where I could say craft up 100,000 of that, keep it in stock kind of thing, which might do. And also I need to switch a recipe. I have lots of Callisto ice. Well, one of the recipes uses the other, and I don't remember which one it is. So I need to sort that out. But yeah, I can almost craft up 2,000 hypogen without worrying about it. It might be this. Is this the one? And of course, OR dictionary doesn't work. I don't know. They're just not OR dictionary. All right. There we go. I'll just switch that and we're good. The one Callisto is from I got from bees, and the other Callisto dust we're getting from ores. All right, so let me just, before we wrap up, let's see if I can. We'll do that. I mean, it's pretty quick. I just, like I said, I don't store that much on the A system because I'm waiting to do that one with the QFT. Because we're going to get, I thought we were going to get it. It's like in here somewhere. There it is. Yeah, so we'll get it with a tier 1 QFT, and then I'm going to put it in a TFT, I think, TFFT, which holds 25 different fluids. Well, something like that is absolutely perfect for that. You know, I could put all these 4, I could put all these 6. That's like absolutely perfect. So I've been kind of holding off on that. Anyway, here we go. So let's do this. 21. I don't think I have any. Yeah, I don't have any hydrogen coils. 21. I missed it. I don't know where it is. I don't know which one it is. Is it? Oh man, is it? Is that causing issues? I might need to just smelt directly instead of holding the... Nope. Alright. Which recipe is it? I don't know. Ah, that was anticlimactic. So that's plates. That's already ingots. That's ingots. Must be this. There it is. There it is. Super coolant. All right, that's for circuits of some kind, and I don't remember which one it is in. No, I don't remember where I put it. No, is it in it was some buffer, wasn't it? It was like a buffer, it said. Large ingredient buffer. Yes, right there. I honestly have no idea which. I have no idea where that... I guess I could have... I really need to wrap up here, and I'm getting distracted. There we go. I can do that. Oh, it's this mixer right here. Right. That's right. I remember. I do need to switch out all those things for input buffers as well. Ah, so much to do. It's never ending. What was I doing? Hypergen. Talking and typing and doing. There we go. All right. There we go. We're going to craft up 2112 hypogen coils for our next DTPF. And then we'll come back tomorrow and we'll see. I'll probably come back while it's crafting with some issues here and there that need to be ironed out. So there we go. We're crafting up the superconductor base. We'll see how that works with the DTPF. Anyway, that's going to be for today. So thanks for watching it. Good one.